Here's something crazy that happened to me on Reddit a few days ago. To provide a bit of context, I have some lingering trauma that I blame myself for. One of my close friends told me I should post it to Reddit, and like the responsible adult I am, I decided to make a post about it. Here's what I said. Okay, to provide a bit of context for this story, back in early 2011, my sister had just graduated from high school and moved out with her boyfriend. It was so sudden that nobody knew where she went. My sister texted my dad after many calls, even threatening the police for a missing child, that she texted on a new phone number stating where she was, and she was fine with her boyfriend. 2 years later, her boyfriend dumps her and she comes on back. We forgive her, of course, thinking it's a one-time thing. She was pregnant with a kid, which turned out to be my nephew. 5 years pass. I'm currently 15. My nephew is 5 years old, and my sister is 25 and was dating a guy. We'll call this guy Billy. Billy and my sister have been dating for about a year. My nephew was attending kindergarten at the time and came to my parents' house for an hour, while my sister was finishing her job as a teacher at a different elementary school. One day when my nephew was over here, he was in his room and I was in mine. He walked over and saw me on my iPad watching YouTube. He said, "Can I play?" I didn't really have anything better to do and wanted a small snack, so I said, "Sure, here you go." After a good hour, my sister comes home and my nephew had to go home. I asked for my iPad back and he refused. We went back and forth like little kids, and my mom comes upstairs hearing the commotion. I was the one that got in trouble, being grounded to my room until I can be nice, even though I was simply asking for my iPad back. Later that same night, right before I went to sleep, I said, "I wish my nephew wasn't here anymore." I didn't realize the impact that wish would have with what came next. The very next day, my nephew came home, and he needed an afternoon bath. My mom, who was normally home 24/7 to take care of us, saw bruises on my nephew's behind and asked, "What happened?" My nephew stated, "There's no Alexas in here, right?" My mom shook her head. "Of course not. You can tell me anything." And my nephew stated he got in trouble, going to the roof of a playset, and Billy hit my nephew with a wiffle ball bat as punishment, and my sister did nothing. My mom, outraged by what was said, called my sister over and had her explain what happened. She said the same thing as my nephew did. My mom raged at my sister for allowing Billy to do this, and my sister didn't want to be a part of this and left. After lots of back and forth arguing, going over a good 2 weeks, my sister filed a restraining order for harassment against my parents. My parents were outraged, of course, and I was left with nightmares about my nephew. Fast forward to 2021, COVID-19 just started to not affect the companies as badly. Masks were still a debate, but not fully gone yet, and I had met a friend who knew about my predicament. My friend's mom, we'll call her Angel, felt bad about the situation and the nightmares about my sister and asked my mom if she and I could go regarding the details. That's exactly what we did, and my sister told us that I was all right. It was just mom and dad that she didn't want to see. I still talk to her to this day, even though I remind them both, I'm not going to be the middleman. I visit my sister on occasion and visit my mom without revealing any details. Having said this, am I a jerk for wishing my nephew away like this? It blows up on Reddit. 2 days later, it had over 2,000 views and 7 upvotes. I decided about 2 weeks later to check up on it, and it's been removed. The moderator said, "Thank you for your submission. We appreciate your support. Unfortunately, you do not meet the age limit required by the sub. You can still follow us on other platforms like IG, X, YouTube, and Spotify. For the record, I am 23 years old. Even in the post, I said I was 15 before COVID has started. COVID was 5 years ago now. So I told my friend about it, and they tell me, "Oh heck no," and makes a post replying to mine stating, "How does he not meet the age requirement?" 19 hours later, it's been taken down. I don't really know how Reddit works in terms of age limit, but I'm 23 years old. Is this petty work, or am I just overreacting?